You smell like alcohol.
Do you really hate my friends that much?
He makes me feel not as important as his friend.
Usually, actually, a woman plans the wedding.
What did he say?
So dudes, welcome back to the #1 YouTube channel in the entire world. Today we're talking about Jovi and Yara on 90 Day Fiance because there's a lot of drama going on with their relationship. Recently, they made a trip out to Las Vegas, and Las Vegas happens to be my speciality because I happen to be the mayor of Las Vegas. I'm just kidding, it's Sisolak. He's absolute dog water. I'd definitely be a better mayor, but it's that nerd. But on a serious note, at least half the shows from Las Vegas and Ukraine. I mean, we got Colton, Debbie, David, Yolanda, myself, all from Las Vegas. Blah, 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 blah. Who cares? Last time I was talking about Jovi and Yara, they were fighting. This time they're probably going to be fighting. Let's take a look at that magical moment when Jovi goes with his friends to the strip club because it's his bachelor party and this dude knows how to send, so let's watch him and his friends send it. For Jovi's bachelor party, him and his friends have a night out in New Orleans. They go bar hopping.
Hey, well, sorry, can't stay long.
See you on the flight.
Yep, see you in a couple hours.
Yeah,
I'll have fun.
More for us.
Later in the night, Jovi and his one friend found themselves at a strippy club because his other friends wussed out. You believe that? On the guy's bachelor party too, no less. Unbelievable. Jovi, my guy, for the next bachelor party, you might need me to be third man. I can go all night long like Ric Flair. Woo! So Jovi and his friend are literally making it rain on the strippers. Next thing you know, Jovi's like, this is my favorite strip club. I would come here like 6 times a week. And when he dropped that fact, I was just like, whoa, bro. I didn't know you had bands like that, Jovi. That's a lot of money to be throwing towards a strippy club. And honestly, 6 times a week seems pretty excessive, my guy. Here's my down on strippy clubs. They're fun. It's fun with a big group of friends and everything. In Vegas, it's normal for like girls to come with you to strippy clubs. So oftentimes you would have like your girlfriend come with. Like, people are very nonchalant about strippy clubs where I'm from. And I know that a lot of girls find it a huge turnoff when a guy's in a strip club throwing money at the strippers. I just want to say that it's like 99% of drunk dudes do this. So it's not just Jovi, you guys. Now for me personally, I think strip clubs are so much fun in like a big group of friends, whether that's like bringing your girlfriend to, I have friends that have literally brought their girlfriends to strip clubs. I've brought my previous girlfriends to strip clubs and it's a fun thing. Honestly, if you make it fun, it's in a group setting, it's really no worries. I don't really get dances because I feel like I'm young. I'm not some busted old dude that like needs to pay for dances. So if a stripper sits on my lap and we talk and we're vibing, like maybe I will. If she's like, oh, I'm working hard, need the money for something, then I'll like give a pity dance. But in terms of going to a strip club and getting a bunch of dances, I just feel like one, it's a waste of money because the girls aren't gonna sleep with you. They're there for business. Jovi says that he promised Yara he would get home early tonight. And then he goes on to say, but who goes home at 11 o'clock? That's no fun for a bachelor party. Well then, Jovi, you shouldn't have promised her that you were gonna go home early. You should have just said, no, it's my bachelor party. This is my one night of like sending it with my bros. Would be really cool if I could stay out all night. Or just don't even say that because you shouldn't have to because it is your bachelor party. Now, that being said, I feel like here's the bachelor party thing, right? Yara doesn't have a lot of friends there and she literally doesn't know anyone. She just knows your friends, Jovi, in the United States. So it's only fair if she gets a bachelorette party too. So when this is all over, or like, how are we gonna go about this? Because I feel like she should get a bachelorette party out with her friends in Ukraine or going somewhere, maybe going on a girls trip somewhere and going to Thunder from Down Under or whatever. If you're going to a strip club, I would assume that you would be okay with her going to a male strip club. Are you guys picking up what I'm putting down? I know a lot of couples actually don't do bachelor parties or bachelorette parties just because like more of that coin can go towards the honeymoon. So that's one of those things where I feel like it's kind of dying out. But that being the case, if one person's going to a strip club, I would assume that the other person would be allowed to go to a strip club. Next thing you know, one of the girls sits down, talks to the boys, they all have drinks, and Jovi's friend says he's getting married, and then the stripper says, happy marriage, I'll be here for your divorce, and Jovi just laughs and says, okay, yeah. Yo, to that dancer, that's kind of a filthy line, bro. I don't know how many vodka cranberries you've had, but I feel like that's one of those ones, maybe, you know, wait and feel out the situation before you rip that one-liner. I'll be honest, the scene makes Jovi look so bad because Yara's at home not doing much. She had an accident during the day, she's pregnant, she's feeling sad and everything. She calls Jovi and then Jovi doesn't answer because he's throwing money at strippers in the club. From the way this clip is edited, it's a really bad look. At the same time, I feel like you know that he's out with his friends. It's his bachelor party. I feel like maybe don't call him, but he did promise that he would be home early. So like, if there's a scale here, Jovi's definitely at fault. I'll agree with that. At the same time, I do feel like Jovi deserves one night out with his friends of just not talking to Yara. If it is in fact his bachelor party, like, I wouldn't call my significant other if she was at her bachelorette party. You know what I mean? As the night progresses with Jovi, he starts getting antsy and kind of wants to get up and leave. And his friend is like, no, this is your bachelor party. You are staying here. I want to make sure you have a good night tonight. Yara just has to accept it. I'm just so appalled that this is Jovi's favorite hangout spot is his strippy club. It's not like mine is Crazy Horse 3 in Las Vegas. Oh, I can't even, that is a fire one though, if you guys haven't been. I'm trolling, I'm a troll. No, but seriously, Crazy Horse 3, Spearmint, Rhino, and Sapphires are the best one in Las Vegas. The other ones are really dog water, except for if you're 18, then you hit up Little D's. That's like tradition. Next thing you know, a dancer sits on Jovi's lap. They engage in a little bit of small talk. Jovi's friend orders champagne, and then Jovi's friend looks at the girl and Jovi and says, I want to send y'all upstairs. So they end up going upstairs, and I think this is the moment when the audience is like surprise Pikachu face, like, oh, what is happening? Is Jovi going to cheat on Yara? Oh my god, I can't believe this. Guys, in a strippy club, you go up and get a private dance. Now, that being the case, man, this one's a tricky one because depending on the strippy club, he probably could have smashed the girl if there were no cameras. But honestly, it depends on the establishment. I haven't been to any strippy clubs in New Orleans, so maybe there's cameras there and they don't do that kind of stuff. It's most likely the friend just paid for Jovi to engage in a private dance with the girl. That's honestly most likely case, best case scenario. Worst case scenario, he absolutely sent the girl, which is not proven. That is not, like, there's no way of us knowing that. I just want to say it's highly unlikely that he did send the girl. I think a lot of people have this misconceived notion that when you go disappear with a stripper, they're automatically going to be all over you. They're there to work and make money. They do not sleep with the customers. A lot of them don't. Some of them might if they're really feeling someone. Like if I walked in, I'm Nicolas Cage's son, and I'm the #1 YouTube channel in the entire world. I'm sure a couple strippers would make advances towards me because I'm, look at that. The biggest arms in Honolulu, right? But if it's not me, if it's a normal guy, if it's Big Ed going in there, he's definitely not getting laid. Now that we covered Jovi's bachelor party, why don't we take a look at when he stumbles in home and greets his lovely fiance Yara. When exiting the club, Jovi says that he didn't touch the girl at all. He doesn't have to tell Yara anything unless she asks about it, and he's excited to go home and greet his wife-to-be. I think it's a tad bit manipulative, Jovi, to say that I didn't touch the girl, so it doesn't matter. It's really downplaying the situation. The girl was still naked, grinding all over you, so that's definitely something. That's not nothing. And high-key, this probably wasn't the best time to have your bachelor party and go to the strippy clubs because you leave for Vegas in like 6 to 8 hours. Your girl's at home pregnant. She was packing. She was waiting up for you probably, then fell asleep. And you're out grinding with strippers, or strippers are grinding on you. This is like not a good look.
Yara did ask me to be home at 11, not to drink too much. I stayed out a little bit later than planned, but I'm home now, and hopefully Yara's not mad at me.
Yo, Jovi, my guy, Yara's sleeping, and you're coming in there with this huge energy, and I feel like that's really not necessary. Why don't we just not make as much noise as possible? Why don't we not turn on the light? Why don't we go in like our flashlight? It's late, she's sleeping. I feel like you're just kind of treating this like she's awake and she's not. This is literally my best impression of you right now. Honey, I'm home! Yeah, that reenactment was a bit over dramatic. Okay, I'm a Gemini, what do you expect?
Baby, how you feeling?
I'm okay.
You packed already or no?
Yeah.
No? Next thing you know, Jovi says that he's not prepared for this trip at all. He has a lot of packing to do. And then he actually takes off his jacket and gets in the bed dirty. And for this point, I just want to say, I don't know about you guys, I'm a neat freak and I hate when people get in my bed dirty. That's my one thing. That's my one space to where I shower and don't get in my bed dirty or I'm going to freak out, right? It's one of those. If you go to a strippy club, you still got that stripper dust on you, man. You smell like 5 or 10 different perfumes. You should go shower before you get in the bed. All right, comment below. Let me know what you guys think about this. I think this would gross me out, honestly.
You have alarm set or no?
No, I don't. You smell like alcohol. You drunk?
A little bit, not much.
Go back.
Go back?
Yeah.
Okay. I need to sleep. It's been a long day.
Jovi, brother man, you're being a little bit inconsiderate right now. You woke your girl up. She was middle of her REM sleep. You woke her up. Next thing you know, you're asking her a bunch of questions. You have your alarm set. Dude, she's in her 3rd dream. She doesn't want to talk about the alarm for tomorrow. 1. 2, you said you had a long day today or hard day today. You went to a strippy club. You were out with your friends. It was your bachelor party. What was your hard day? It's not like you were working all day and you're pulling off your muddy boots. Oh, I got a hard day at work today, honey. You had a hard day, what, partying? You got to go pack your bag, take a shower. First of all, you stink. Take a shower. You smell like 5 or 10 different perfumes right now. It's really throwing off my nose. I can smell you from the camera. Go shower, let her sleep, don't bother her, and then get in bed when you're clean and go to bed. And then wake up and assess the situation tomorrow.
Can we just like figure it out tomorrow morning?
I just want to sleep, Joey, because you're drunk. Joey, remove your jeans where you was in the bar. Joey, come on, no, really.
Come on.
Joey, go away from these jeans. Joey, I'm covering myself in that. Ow, blanket.
Yo, Cody, Noel, what are we thinking? Mr. Struggle or Mr. Struggle?
Mr. Struggle.
I know.
You know, he's dealing with a tough childhood, and he says that he's going to overcome it, but he just can't.
Yeah. Homie's really out here waking up his pregnant fiance, crawling all over her in dirty clothes. Come on, bro. Do better. Do better. This is why I hate men. Men are pigs. On a serious note, bro, if you want to make this work, you really need to change your mentality. Even what you said earlier, oh, if she doesn't ask, I don't have to tell her. That is not the mentality you want to carry over to a marriage. That's the mentality I would expect from like a bachelor kind of dude having one night stands. Right now, where you're at in your life, you cannot have that mentality and you seriously need to work on it. Yara gets very emotional and says to the camera that she's so mad at Jovi right now. He came home drunk and dirty and she hates this. Next thing you know, Jovi showers, comes back and sleeps with Yara, and it's safe to say no nuts were busted that night. Fast forward, the lovely couples goes on a road trip to Las Vegas to get married, and Jovi's friends tag along. Yara's not very happy about it. Let's look at that scene right now.
I'm excited to see Las Vegas, but Joey made me pissed and upset last night after his bachelor party. He makes me feel not as important as his friends.
Are you excited for Vegas?
So far, this road trip is going great. No, but in all seriousness, it does suck for Yara because I feel like Jovi still is a people pleaser, a friend pleaser. Now, I will say this. I feel like in Jovi's mind, he does think that he's sacrificing a lot for Yara and he's trying his best to make her happy and she's never happy. Like, I understand his perspective, but for this particular case where she just wants it to be you two going to get married, then I think you shouldn't have brought the friends. I think this was a huge mistake, and I think that this might ruin the occasion. Yara goes on to say this is not how she pictured her wedding to go. First, she invited Jovi's mom. Next thing you know, they invited Jovi's friends, and it became something that kind of spiraled out of control. Yara and Jovi's mother had a very intimate conversation when she was trying on wedding dresses, and Yara let her guard down and really opened up to Jovi's mom. Jovi's mom has actually been pretty rock solid. Honestly, I can't say anything bad about Jovi's mom. Jovi's dad made a couple dumb comments about the way Yara was dressed. I assessed that in another video. If you haven't seen my previous video I made on this lovely couple, definitely watch after this video because it absolutely slaps. Yara goes on to say that's how things work with Jovi. You invite him to take one bite and he'll eat your entire cake. I totally get that because from a viewer's perspective, it's ironic that this ended up happening because the whole purpose of going to Las Vegas and them getting married was to not involve both Jovi's family and Yara's family because Yara's family couldn't make it over because they're in Ukraine. So they thought the best solution would be for them two to just get married by themselves, which honestly from a business standpoint, I think that would have been for the best because then they would have been on the show 3 times, even more than Andre and Elizabeth were because they got the 2 weddings. Jovi and Yara could have had 3 weddings, one by themselves, one with Jovi's family, one with Yara's family, and that's a 3,000 IQ play, but they didn't end up playing it. Jovi's friends are oohing and ahhing over the view. I don't know what they're looking at. It's just the desert and mountains. Nothing impressive about it, but hey, I grew up in Vegas, so maybe I just don't think that, you know, it's anything special. Next thing you know, Yara fates like she's taking a nap and fates asleep because she doesn't want to talk to Jovi's friends, which I think is hilarious. Yara in an awkward situation. I take nap here.
About to ride in the mountains. It's beautiful. I don't know if she's asleep already. I don't think she can sleep that fast. I think she's faking. She's just ignoring you. Yeah, basically.
No, I just want to correct Jovi's friend. She's not just ignoring Jovi, she's ignoring all of you. Haha.
You will never get this. You will never get this. La 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 la.
I got so much to do whenever we get to Vegas. Like, I don't have a marriage license. I don't have a suit. Don't have rings yet.
Why are we not surprised?
Yeah.
And you have 2 days to do it, right?
I don't know. It's just so weird that we're going to marry and like nothing is ready.
That's sounds like Jovi, last minute and just on the fly.
I think this one irks me because I'm one of those people that has always thought about their wedding or had a vision about their wedding, especially because I watched that movie Wedding Crashers. What an absolute slapper. But I want to make sure that the food's on point, live band. I'll tell you what, like an Ed Sheeran type. I want somebody to get up there and just crush it. Dance floor, everybody dance at my wedding. I got a lot of dreams and stuff about it. So I hate to see somebody that takes it so nonchalantly because I feel like weddings are a big deal. When Jovi's making light of the situation and basically saying, we'll figure it out once we get there, Yara says he doesn't take anything seriously, and if he doesn't take this seriously, what is he going to take seriously? And I would just like to say they have not been on the same page, or she has not been happy since touching down there, and I find it really strange that she hasn't left yet. Like, I'll be honest, like, don't get me wrong anything, but I keep asking myself the question, if Yara isn't so happy, why hasn't she left? And then all of a sudden it's like a light bulb moment, because I think the only reason why she hasn't left is because she's pregnant.
We're on the way to Vegas.
Next thing you know, the road trip comes to a halt because they stop at Peggy Sue's diner to look at the dinosaurs and walk around, stretch their legs. You guys remember that really old show, Land Before Time? I used to watch it when I was an actual baby. The main character, Littlefoot, would eat tree stars, so I tried lettuce and it tasted like absolute trash, and from that point on, I was like, wow, dinosaurs have really bad taste buds. Yo, am I the only one that saw that? I feel like Yara and that turtle had more of an emotional connection than she does with Jovi. Yara says, I'm stuck with Jovi and his friends at this dinosaur restaurant. How old is it? They even have dinosaurs in the back. Well, I guarantee everywhere in Europe is older than this restaurant. Yara's in her feels right now. She says that she feels really lonely because the place she's at currently, it looks like a completely different planet, different place than what she's used to, her home. Next thing you know, Yara calls her best friend from Ukraine, and unfortunately her friend is busy at the moment, or because of the time zone difference, maybe her best friend is sleeping. But bottom line, the best friend does not answer, and this makes Yara even more in her feels. Honestly, I feel bad for how isolated Yara feels. I can tell that it's really frustrating because she'll get frustrated with Jovi or what he says, but she's with all his friends right now. She has no one on her side. Yara is literally 1v9ing right now, and it's really sad to see.
Привет, любовь моя. On my way to Vegas now to be married and kind of feel upset.
Next thing you know, Yara's literally telling her friend why she's so upset, and she feels very isolated. And then you look over at Jovi, and he's taking a selfie with all his friends, and his friends are like, yeah, Cajun crew, Las Vegas, haha. They think they're like in the Hangover. They're like, yeah, let's do it. We're gonna tear it up, bro.
Oh, and Joe is coming.
What are you doing?
Call me after when you can.
Why'd you leave everybody? Is everything okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
You sure? Okay, let's go take pictures with them.
Let's go.
Jovi, it's not about them. It's not about your friends. It's about you two. You two are getting married, not your friend. It's not about them. I feel like I'm going crazy. Guys, am I the only one losing my mind right now? Am I the only one that sees what's happening here? Do you guys see it too? Okay. Dang, guys, I said this earlier, but Yara actually says that if she wasn't pregnant, she would probably just go home right now. That is crazy to hear the words from her mouth and her say that. That's so unfortunate that she's found herself in this situation where she has to put up with things she doesn't like in the relationship because she's thinking about, oh, I'm pregnant, you know, for the sake of the child. I don't know where her mindset is. I do want to say, though, that everyone deserves their shot at love with Bret Michaels, right? Everyone deserves to find happiness. That's what I really mean by that. And if you and Jovi aren't connecting, you guys aren't clicking, then you know what? You have to find somebody that makes you happy. I honestly think that everyone deserves that.
Her face right now.
So are y'all gonna like sign a prenup or anything?
Oh, God.
Oh no, it's Gossip Girl again. Are you gonna sign a prenup? Yeah, because Yara comes from a village and she just wants to come over to America and take Jovi's swamp belongings. Oh my God, what an insult. What a stupid ass question. Listen, okay, I understand the prenup thing. If you're a multimillionaire, you're a very successful person, I get that, right? If it's Elon Musk and you don't have prenups or whatever, you're f***ing dumb.
What, signing?
You gonna sign this document saying you won't take anything from me?
What can I take from Joey? Can you tell me? You're all so fat.
If it's some really rich celebrity like Dwayne The Rock Johnson and they don't have a prenup, they're so stupid and it's the dumbest thing ever because there's gonna be malicious people targeting you for the lifestyle and the money. It's gonna happen, right? But for Jovi's case, that's a stupid question to ask. Yara off rip really likes Vegas. She says it looks like what she saw in the movies and she's really excited to see it. However, tonight she's tired, her back hurts. She just wants to chill out on the the hotel room, which is perfectly understandable. I know that Jovi and all his friends are going to want to go out, but for Yara's case, she's pregnant. She just went on a really long road trip. She doesn't like the other people in the car, so she's been forced to listen to conversations she doesn't care about. If I was her, yeah, I would probably just sleep too.
Who's ready to hit the lobby bar?
All right, so let's go change and meet at the bar. Sounds like a plan
Sounds
to me.
like a plan to me.
So when Jovi's friends say this, Yara doesn't say anything. I think she's just planning on getting up to the room and jellyfishing away, you know, just not answering Jovi's friends' calls and just kind of going to bed. I get that. Next thing you know, she's like, of course Jovi wants to hang out with his friends. Here's the thing, Jovi's excited. He just got to Las Vegas. Yeah, he wants to go and have drinks. Of course he wants you to come with, Yara. He's not like gonna go hang out with the friends without you. I don't know, he might. He very well might. But as of now, what he's thinking about is he wants everybody to have a good time, and that's where his mind's at. I don't know if that's necessarily the best mindset, but at the same time, you guys are in Las Vegas. I think you should make the most out of it. I just feel like Yara is a little bit too much like writing down everything Jovi does wrong. You know what I mean? It's almost like having someone loom over your shoulder and just being like, oh, you messed up here, you messed up here, you messed up here. Just leave.
You ready to go see something cool? You ready to go see Las Vegas?
Uh-huh.
Almost time to go to the bar, though. You ready to start getting ready? Or are you not feeling good enough to come?
I'm not feeling good, but I will come.
You'll come? Okay, good. I'm ready to show you another new city.
I think I just found another problem in their relationship. I think Yara feels like she's never getting any pats on the back. And what I mean by that is when she said, I'm not feeling good, but I'm still calm, she was expecting something like, oh, babe, that's awesome. I'm so happy because I want you there. Like, we're going to have such a fun weekend together. And like, whether we're hanging out with the friends or not, like, I want to spend time with you. You know what? She's just looking for that. She's waiting for it, bro. And it's just not happening.
Yara, come on. Can we please go?
No, Joey. I want to talk to you before all these things happen.
What you want to talk to me about? Tell me what you need to tell me.
I want to talk to you about wedding.
What about it?
There are many things, Joey, about it.
Jovi, dude, I hate when you get in this mode and you're like, what about it? Like, you don't care. Stop it. Cut it out. Jovi, you need to work on this, having this nonchalant attitude, like, what about the wedding? What about it? Downplaying the wedding is not a good way to start the conversation. Having a snippy tone is not a good way to start the conversation. She's already trying to sacrifice for this relationship, and we need a little bit more sacrifice on your part.
First, we both agreed to having party alone. Now you invite all of your friends. It's just about you. It's just like your birthday party or something like that, but for sure not a wedding party.
Do you really hate my friends that much?
I don't hate your friends, Joey. It's just, I feel like you're paying attention more to them than you're paying attention to me.
Okay, this right here is the test. I like that Yara's opening up and actually telling Jovi what she has a problem with, right? Here's the problem with Jovi right now. I think he's feeling rushed because his friends are probably at the bar. Yara took a long time to get ready, so he's probably antsy like, we need to go to the bar because my friends are there. Your friends. It's not about your friends right now. This is about your relationship. Jovi, forget your friends, bro. They can wait. Right now, you need to hear Yara out, figure out what the problem is, and find a solution to it.
You go to bachelor party and I ask you to not come home drunk, and you come home late and come home drunk.
Now we are here and we short time together and all of this drama was upset. You know, Joey, I love you so much and I put all my life to you, to making you happy.
Okay, here's the thing. I don't necessarily agree with Yara on this point. I feel like you guys are both doing the show. You both are getting social media careers from being on the show 90 Day Fiancé. So you can't really say like, oh, I've done so much for you in this relationship. I don't know if Yara has. I feel like they both are just people that aren't really good together. Maybe they're really cool as people. So far from the way they're depicted on the show, I haven't seen them smiley, having fun on a date at one point throughout the entire season. Now that being said, let's keep going and see how this plays out. Next thing you know, Jovi opens up and says that this sucks. It sucks that Yara's not happy and I can't afford to lose my future wife and my future baby.
I know this sucks. I know it hasn't been good. It's a lot of stress. We have 90 days to get married. Now you're pregnant. I'm gonna try to make things better.
We love it, but actions speak louder than words do. So right now we need to take a step back. We need to, breathe a little bit. He said that he's gonna make steps to make everything better for Yara and make her happy. So we're just gonna, kick back and see how this thing plays out. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment below, subscribe. Let's be friends, let's be friends. Follow me on Twitch and on Instagram right now.